Aquarius, welcome back. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and we're going to be doing your weekly read. This is for Sun, Moon, or Rising placements, Aquarius, and it is a general reading, so it will not resonate with all of you. But if it doesn't feel like it's your energy I'm picking up on, I recommend that you check one of the other excellent readers on YouTube, or you could look at some of the older videos on my channel for your message from Spirit for this week. When you view that message is much more important than when I recorded it, so time being not a linear thing really. Maybe your message is out there. Let's see what we have here for you. I'm going to do about 6 cards here from the Line Strider Tarot, and then we will pull a couple of fairies from the Fairy Oracle and read to you from the book on those, because I'm new to that deck and not really well versed in all the meanings. All right, let's see what we have for you this week, Aquarius. There's a big change. There's been some pivotal change in your life recently, some really big change. Something has potentially it's been an unexpected thing. Or it's possible that you were planning this change, but it didn't go the way you had planned it would go. There's some sort of shifting in your day-to-day, significant shifting in how you're living your day-to-day right now, but it's bringing with it a new opportunity to make money, to be healthy, to embrace your surroundings in a way that you haven't in the past. This is the Pentacles about physical things, so your health may be improving by taking this opportunity. Your bank account may get bigger. Maybe both of those things will happen. Additionally, you may just be feeling like you fit better in your physical surroundings. This has everything to do with the fact that you have been fighting hard. You've been defending your position on things lately. For some time now, you have been keeping the faith and sticking to, what's the word, on brand, sticking to your messaging, sticking to your clear understanding of what this means. Some aspect of your life means what you stand for. You've been defending that, and you are now starting to see this new opportunity coming out of that and out of this change that has occurred. It's relieving you of some of the burden you've been carrying. You've been carrying a heavy load for some time now, Aquarius, and you did it well. You managed it all quite well, it seems. You held those responsibilities, yours and other people's, on your back, and although it was heavy, you kept moving forward, and now you're starting to be released from that. You are perhaps now moving out of a space of I feel like you did it for a long time, and it started to get to a point where you were burnt out. It was starting to really get to you, but now you're coming out of that energy. Again, with a new beginning. You're taking a leap of faith. You're trying things in a different way than you have in the past. I love this art on this card in the Line Strider Tarot because it's so open. Blank slate, right? It's beautiful. It's evocative of this person setting out on a new journey, taking that step off the edge, but it leaves so much open there for you to decide, to sort of imprint upon the card your own vision of yourself in this space, moving forward into this new opportunity. There's movement forward. There's a sense now, a re-emerging sense of control over your life and your environment and your direction. You may have felt for some time that you weren't really holding the reins anymore, and now you start to feel again a little bit more in control of things. Control as a general rule is just illusion. I want to say that, but we can have moments in our life when we feel more in control. And you're moving into that space now, Aquarius. I'm going to just give these one shuffle, these fairy cards, and we'll take the top and bottom cards, unless we happen to have jumpers, in which case we'll take those. All right. You have number 54, Epena's Wild Laughter. 54. Focus. If I cover the whole camera, sometimes it'll focus. You can see her. There's another fairy there underneath and an owl. Epena's Wild Laughter, number 54. The numbers may be significant for some of you, I don't know. And the one on the bottom is, I have trouble with some of the names here. We'll look it up in the book, but I think it's G. Hobjab. He looks like a interesting character. Number 61. 54 and 61. Let's look up number 54. Pardon me, my throat's getting dry already. Just a couple readings in. Epena's Wild Daughter. Okay. I thought it was laughter, but it's daughter. Epena's Wild Daughter, number 54. Inner shadows, nightmare, depression, madness, growth. Epena's wild daughter, Dorcha, is the Sphinx, whose riddles must be answered, lest we otherwise be destroyed by our own internal conflicts. Dorcha reminds us that we cannot go forward until we have faced something buried within us that is holding us back. Her presence in a reading tells us that finding and working through this is a task of some urgency. We can expect help in this from other people, from the fairies, and from our dreams, but we must be open to these difficult questions and answers and be ready to face things about ourselves that we are not as we would wish that are not as we would wish them to be. She urges us to heal the unresolved issues about who we really are and what we truly want to be. This is part of the required course of Self-Transformation 101 that we are all enrolled in here on planet Earth. The answers to her riddles often come in a sudden burst of enlightenment, like the solution to a Zen koan. We may watch a leaf fall or catch a glimpse of a tiny sliver of the new moon in the sky and suddenly be hit by the answer. Before that happens, we usually work long and hard upon the questions, searching and digging for an answer. The realization, when we really have it, will be transformative. We will no longer be the people that we once were. You don't like this interpretation? Well, I have been telling you all along that we, you and I and everyone else, will all receive varying messages from the fairies in the cards. Yours may well differ from mine. Ask Dorcha what message she has for you, and don't be surprised if her answer is another question or riddle. She and I both wish you well in solving it with all our hearts. So, something needs to be changed. There's something that's holding you back, and it needs to be resolved now with some urgency. You'll know better than I what that is, but that's the guidance of 54. Let's look at 61. Aquarius G. Hobya. Imaginary fears, unreal hazards, and realistic cautions. So is it imaginary fears that are holding you back, perhaps? It is time to look for the truth behind our fears, to distinguish between what is real and what is just our projection of old traumas and fears into our imaginary future. By delving into our old patterns, we can see past them to a more liberating life. Only by facing these fears honestly and seeing them for what they are, do we gain greater ability to open our hearts to the singer of courage and gain in strength to face the really difficult challenges in our lives. Each false fear confronted and resolved makes us much stronger. So you've got some past issues that need resolving, and you've got some old fears that need to be declawed because they're keeping you from the bigger, more important things that you're meant to be doing in life. And it seems like you have a new opportunity, a new beginning. But it could be a repetitive cycle if you don't deal with these two things, is what I'm hearing. So do a little digging, do a little considering perhaps of what is holding you back. What are those fears and what are they based in? Are they real today, or is it just residue from your past? Because you've got a great new future. And you're already starting out on that path in your great new opportunity, your new future. It would be a shame to have that path loop back around over old ground you've already covered many times. I think that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me, for letting me read for you. Thank you for your subscribes. We're up to about 167 now, which is just phenomenal. I know it's a very small number compared to some other people on YouTube, but to me it's pretty amazing that there are that many people that find these videos to be useful. I'm so glad that you're here with me and that you're sharing this journey, and thank you so much for helping me to get these out, because every like, share, and subscribe helps the messages get out to more people. And this is something that I do as a calling from Spirit, and so it's not a profession, it's more of sharing messages that are coming through me to people that they might be helpful for, and I really do thank you so much for helping me with that goal. I hope you have a great week, Aquarius. We'll see you next time. Blessings.